counter. Man, they think I'm and Lennon and Salamander sandals. Dirty South Hot, cause Atlanta. Show, we ride Phantom, Holly shouted for grandma. Yep, now I be on TV, BET our channel. Player from Bankhead, I stay by Grandma Nana. I lay by my. Don't nobody live with my mom, but a bunch of don't nut, don't get shouted right. Green Chevy, Gator gut, alligator chain. Let me see you bounce right to left and let you show. Hey, hey, let you show. Yo, just let you show. Hey, hey, get it right. Two-step and let you show. Hey, hey, let you show. Hey, just let you show. Hey, let me see you bounce right to left and let you show. Hey, hey, let you show. Hey, hey, let you show. Hey, hey, get it right. Two-step and let you show. Yo, just let you show. Hey, hey, let you show.
Let the games begin. A million ways to win. I'm sick of the wait and sick of the pain. I live with this weight within that weighs me down, but nevertheless I find a way to win. I pick up the pace and simmer the game. The shook of the pace I bring. Embrace the savior. They're thinking of ways to slay the king, running away from ways of sin.
The ball. Are looking to defeat their Eastern Conference rival going into this. Bringing you some fun on a Monday night. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. The Cavaliers again playing host, continuing their homestand in this one.
And the atmosphere is always electric in a rivalry matchup like this one. You gotta love it.
It's going to be fun for the players, the fans. Emotions are going to be running high. We'll see which team can settle in and keep its composure.
And so it's the Cavaliers getting on the board first. Chandler's shot, good. Well, we expect to see sparks flying down in the paint tonight. Greg, a couple of very talented centers matching up head-to-head in this one.
But with the way the game is played today, we could see them battling at the arc. Modern bigs make their presence felt now all over the floor.
Pass to Morant. Bulls moving the ball around. Back to Ball. There's Miller with the three. It's good. The assist that time from Ball.
And how fluid is Miller on those catch-and-shoot opportunities? Immediately rising up there once the ball touches his hands.
Mourning's shot is good. Mourning's got 5 now.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Now, here's Ball. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. And the dunk by Chandler.
It's no secret that Lonzo is an elite facilitator. If you're open, he will get you the ball.
G.A., it wasn't long ago that the Cavs were an afterthought in the NBA.
Well, not anymore.
I mean, Cleveland has a tremendous young roster. They play some of the toughest D in the NBA, and they're only going to get better in the years to come.
Now, here's Ball. There's Miller with the three. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to talk with J.B. Bickerstaff for a minute. He said he honestly doesn't know what to expect. This is the first meeting between these two teams this year, so there'll be some feeling out at the beginning. But he told me sometimes that's when we're at our best. We're relying on our instincts and awareness at the offensive end. Kevin, we'll see if that holds true.
David, thanks. We appreciate the information. Guys, what do you think about their emphasis on shooting coming in?
Listen, if you can get really good shot quality, being efficient, I think they can be successful with that strategy.
They have to be patient and a willingness to make the next pass when the shot isn't there.
And so it's Cleveland with it. Following the three-point basket by Chicago. Here's Mitchell. Outside Garland.
When we talk about Lonzo's feel for the game, it's at both ends. Excellent defense there.
Pass to Miller. Beyond the arc. It's good. The assist that time from Ball. Miller's got his third basket of the night.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Caruso. Oh, good on the triple.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Shots good by Miller.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's Mitchell. And he goes big with the dunk right over Lonzo Ball.
What you love about Donovan Mitchell, not only does he explode into his moves, he finishes with authority.
Morant with it. Now defended by Mitchell. Clock at 6. Back to Ball. The Bulls need to get a shot off. It's a hand on it. Out to Morant. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Mitchell.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Forced them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
You know what it is? It's his creativity. That's making this engine run. In a bump this quarter, he's trying to shoot his way out of it.
Pass the ball. It's Miller on the wing. Three-pointer. Miller with another miss. And so it's the Chicago Bulls bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And the three-point shot has been big for them. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Chicago.
They came out firing from deep. It's always good for a team's confidence when you can start a game that hot.
And I also have to bring up their passing game. They've been moving the ball with great precision so far and creating great looks for their teammates.
And that's his signature. Mourning, a fantastic defender, phenomenal at using those long arms to reject shots.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Karis LeVert has become one of the game's best slashers. He says, honestly, I just go to the front of the rim and work on different spins. Getting more comfortable with both hands and finishing. Kyrie Irving did that when he was younger, and that's one of the ways he became a great finisher. Kevin, back to you.
He is a great finisher. David, thanks. He's studying the greats, and it's paying off. The Bulls shooting their first foul shot of the night. And the technical free throw is good.
When Lonzo Ball is healthy, he's effective. A multi-talented point guard, in my opinion, with great size.
And out of bounds is Chicago gains possession.
For substitution, Saddiq Bey.
The Bulls leading by 8.
And looking back at the 2017 draft, it just seems absurd that Donovan Mitchell fell to the 13th pick.
Greg, well, in hindsight is always 2020. You know that. I don't think many of us could have predicted him averaging 20 points as a rookie or becoming a fixture at All-Star games. As young as Ja Morant is, I'm impressed. He came in ready to lead a team, and these guys, they followed him.
A little breakdown there, letting them get that rebound. You can't allow that to happen.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And it's Wiggins missing.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Jones for 3. Unable to get that one. And Cleveland will come the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. And that game concludes a 5-game homestand. Here's Wiggins. Rebound by the Bulls.
How much mustard on that hot dog do you really need? I know he's going for the big finish, but he didn't need to do all that.
Offensive rebound. Drummond. Out to Morant. And then Morant slams it in.
Man, oh man, one of the more advanced ball handlers we've ever seen at his age. Ja Morant has people on skates.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Pass to Drummond. Drummond is double. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Here's Reddish. Good on the triple. Reddish has got the lead up to 13 now for the Bulls.
They continue to be outworked and outmuscled on the backcourt.
The shot by Mitchell, no good.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Pass to Mourning. Puts it up from 17. And that misses everything.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while. And what makes Chicago tricky to defend, Kevin, they just have such a balanced attack. They can score in the paint from mid-range or hurt you from deep.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. The Cavaliers trail by 17. You know, as the Bulls have become a more veteran team, Greg, it feels like they've settled into what they do well.
And you need a strong identity to be successful in this league. Chicago is building towards that, but it does take time.
Outside ball. Out to Miller. From downtown. Here's Chandler, and the dunk by Chandler.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And, Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
You know, this is one of his specialties, keeping plays alive, creating second-chance opportunities.
Miller, no luck.
His struggles from the field continue, yet they still hold the lead.
Ball surveying the defense. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Rubio. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
A tricky shot for LeVert. Defense is all over him, but he draws a foul on that attempt. And there's one area where the Cavs have been very good the past few seasons. That's the draft. They've made some terrific picks in terms of personnel.
Chandler a screen. Down low. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Wiggins drives in. Cleveland gets it back.
All this means is he has to be careful. Don't want to pick up a cheapie and get sent to the bench with 3 fouls.
First trip to the line for him here.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers. And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
And here's Morant. With one on the go.
Yes. Goodness. As creative as they come, Ja Morant has a style that's specifically his. Careless turnover. You lose focus for even a moment in this league. That's the result.
And so it's Chicago, finding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. Back to the action in just a minute. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Chicago leading by 15. Right side, Ball. The three. It's good from long range. Morant's got 12 in the game. You know, Greg, you played on some gritty teams, and we hear that expression, getting punched in the mouth, and it's not usually literal. But what's that look like on the floor? What's it feel like on the court?
Kevin, you're just out hustling and out muscling the team. At times you'll see it. They've kind of checked out mentally. And I'll tell you what, it is one of the best feelings in sports.
First team foul.
Outside, Ball. Score the basket, his 5th of the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 makes.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Back to Garland. In the corner, it's Richardson. Off target from outside.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Well, Smitty, after his sensational rookie season, I think people knew that Ja Morant had an unlimited ceiling.
Kevin, now we know it's not just high, it's through the roof. Ja was Rookie of the Year, and he keeps up in his game. We could, Kevin, be looking at an all-time great.
And with that height and incredible leaping ability, Wiggins can throw it down as easy as anyone.
And that one's good, Morant.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
Pass to Wiggins. And it's Morant with the rebound.
Shaky start to the half. Going 1 for 4. Still trying to find that groove.
The kick out to Ball. There's Miller with the three. Back to Ball. And here is Chandler, guarded by Garland. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And defensively, Chicago's so solid. Steve, they don't gamble a lot. They just get the job done.
Kevin, they do. Well, how they get it done, they rely on their intelligence. Good communication at that end. Could they be more disruptive? Maybe. But they play to their identity.
Richardson, no luck.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Pass to Chandler. And stolen by Wiggins. There's Garland. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And Garland, a finalist for Most Improved Player of the Year in 2022, took a huge leap forward with his play.
He hits both from the stripe. For Garland, he put in the work, and it all came together for him, GA.
His shooting reached a tipping point, was given the keys as a playmaker, and this is a great situation for him. Boy, he's made the most of it.
Pass to Mourning. And the dunk by Mourning.
You see his link, the explosion, making sure of that one.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Bay. Richardson covering. Outside, Ball. Lobbed up there for Drummond. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. They get it back. Kicks it out to Wiggins. .137 left here in the third quarter. Back to Garland. And stolen by Drummond. Ball with it. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. The Cavaliers trail by 21. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much, Kevin. Not that long ago, of course, the analytical team shot way more three-pointers, and they found a temporary edge. But now every team shoots a lot of threes, and it's more about personnel. When it's a superstar shooting the ball, that mid-range jumper can be very efficient. Guys?
And DA, we see it all the time. Brandon Ingram with the New Orleans Pelicans. KD, the 2 players in Phoenix with Chris Paul and Devin Booker. DeRozan in Chicago. They'll hit those all day long. David, thank you.
And what can give Jason Richardson the edge out there is his explosiveness. That sometimes it's like he just has bottomless energy, and that just lets him outplay you.
Richardson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Andre Drummond picks one up. The Cavaliers have gone 5 of 8 from the charity stripe here tonight.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
Morant, that's for 2. And stolen by Mourning. So it's Richardson with the jam.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
Here's Reddish. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Cavaliers trail by 21. Outside Garland. Jacks up a 3. Drains the three-pointer. Garland's got 7 points in the game.
Oh, good find by Richardson and a smart pass. He doesn't second-guess his instinct to move the ball.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. It's Chicago. They lead by 18. It's the NBA on 2K. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. timeout called the Cavaliers.
Timeout. How about the job Billy Donovan has done? Under 500 in his first season, but took the Bulls to the playoffs in his second year at the helm.
The Cavaliers trail by 18. Mitchell up top. The three ball. Drills the three-pointer. Mitchell's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Cavs. Lots of pieces have been added to this Bulls roster. For Donovan, you were just talking about him, to work with, coach, and lead. He has done a good job.
They have a great mix, Kevin, of veteran leadership and young talent. Donovan has been able to mix and match to keep guys fresh. It worked well for him in the playoffs last year. Just couldn't find an answer for Giannis and the Bucks.
And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Driving inside. And Morant throws it down.
Off the dribble, Morant is so dynamic, even his teammates look a little stunned.
Rubio with it. Now guarded by Ball. Back to Rubio. Stolen by Ball. And now here comes Jones leading the break.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Mitchell left side. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
Back to Morant. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Shrewd decision on the shot by Morant. Goes into the defender to make sure he gets fouled.
In terms of entertainment factor, can any current player top Ja Morant? I mean, we've seen Ja with some vicious in-game throwdown.
Here's Mitchell. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Nice play by Donovan Mitchell. You love a guard who can take it up strong, take the bump, and still convert.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Bulls.
They have thrown themselves on the offensive glass, and because of their hustle, they are being rewarded with second chance points.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've gotten a bunch of their points off the fast break.
Just 5 to shoot. Ball with it. He's picked up by Mobley. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
Jump ball call.
Back to Ball. Pass to Caruso. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
The leaping ability of Caruso. Man, can this guy fly.
Hey, Greg, talking about the great Ja Morant, this guy is just flat out fun to watch.
Well, Ja's been known to go off for 50 on any given night, but he also looks for others, dropping some nasty dimes. Morant has an insane combination of athleticism and skill. This guy can do anything.
He's doing what he can do to pull them closer, but it's not enough. He needs more help.
Pass to Miller. From deep. Chicago with a new 14. There's the triple. And that one is off. And Cleveland the other way now. Now here's Richardson. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. There's 1:47 left to play in the final quarter. Now Ball. It's Miller on the way. back to ball. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Morant. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Alonzo Mourning.
I like when Ja forces the issue, especially in close where he's fearless.
Both free throws good from Morant. We're seeing a lot of pretty lively pregame dance routines from the players. You got any of that in your repertoire, say, before we begin a broadcast?
Oh, Kevin, I think pretty soon we should work out a few sequences. Get ourselves fired up. You game?
Come on, Greg. I'm not sure about that, but you go ahead and do it. Greg, an outstanding scorer. Donovan Mitchell takes it to another level in the playoffs, doesn't he?
And Kevin, how about all of his averages go up come playoff time? Spider is a guy who wants the limelight, and like other stars, takes on more of a load in the postseason.
Just 4 to shoot. The kick out to Ball. With 1 on the clock. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
His third team foul.
That's good from Morant.
2 shots.
Both free throws good from Morant. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
So it's Chicago now. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Bulls.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Lonzo Ball.
You love to see this kind of leadership. Directing traffic, keeping everyone happy. He was the straw that stirred the drink.
And now the fast break, Garland with the ball.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this effort earlier on?
Well, the question becomes, are they playing that much better now, or has their opponent taken the rest of the night off?
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the...
Type more, put them in classes. Deep like I'm burying hearses. Preach like I'm doing up churches. They got Chanel bags and purses. And I got some mashed up vans that I won't throw away because I'm needy and hurting. I keep it in because I can. I seen it and I think it's in my genetics. So I'm indebted.